Hello there and welcome to our home here in Brittany in northwest France. My name is Jane, my husband Michael is behind the camera. We are British early retirees living in France and we're debt and mortgage free. And here on our channel, Frugal Queen in France, it's all about saving us money and showing you how you could save money too. So if that's the kind of thing you like, make sure that you give this video a like, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell and come back very frequently because we put out videos every week saving you money. So let's take a look about what we're going to have a chat about on our midweek money chat this week. It's the end of the year, we become really quite reflective, don't we? We start thinking of the new year, and I don't know about you, but every single year I try and put together some kind of New Year's resolution, something that I want to do a little bit better or a little bit differently, or maybe for the first time ever. And what are we going to talk about today are those kind of financial New Year's resolutions, and I bet you number one up there, the most popular financial New Year's resolution is I either need to save money, or I need to save more money, or I need to start saving money at all. So this week's midweek money chat are 7 savings challenges that you could pick one of them, 2 of them, all of them, or none of them. You're just watching because you're interested. But I'm going to share with you 7 savings challenges, and at some stage in our lives we have done all 7 of them. So let's have a look at our 7 savings challenges for 2022. Savings challenge, and we do this on a very regular basis, is a no spend challenge. Let's tell you first of all what that means. So if you look at your budget, there are things you've got to pay. You've got to pay the rent, you've got to pay the mortgage, you've got to pay your bills, your insurances, you've got to put fuel in the car, you've got to eat, maybe you've got to pay for childcare. You know what I mean. There are essential things. And then there are the non-essential things that you would not buy on a no-spend challenge. You wouldn't buy new clothes, you wouldn't eat out, you wouldn't go and pay for entertainment. Now, you might think to yourself that's quite hard, but some people set a no-spend challenge of a day a week. They do not spend that money, and they make sure there is a day a week that they do not spend any money. That'll save you money. Mike and I have 3 no-spend months a year. January, July and October. Well, this year we did November. So we have 3 absolute no-spend months a year, I beg your pardon. But we add to that, we try and add in as many no-spend months. And any spare money that we would have had that would have been a line on our budget saying discretionary spending, that goes into savings. Now this year, Mike and I have decided to have smaller, shorter sinking funds. So things like tile the bathroom. So that might be we will save the money in January and February, and at the end of February we will tile the bathroom. So we've got those savings challenges this year, and for us it works really well to have no spend months. And do you know what we do in that time when we're not going out and spending any money? We're getting the little jobs done around the house and around the garden that we know need doing, and I'm sure you've got a list like it too. And you may have friends that you mean to catch up with and go and visit. So there are things that we do in those no spend months. So there's the first one, that you can take that money that you would have spent and put it in a savings pot or put it in a sinkings fund, is a no spend challenge. Now the next challenge I'm going to call sell it and save it. Mike and I have done this. We always try and do this. If we have things that we don't need, we don't want, we are going to replace, we sell it. And that money that we get from selling that, we put in a specific savings pot. So you may be a parent, you may have children, you may want to get rid of all the kids' old clothes, all their toys, the bikes that they've grown out of. And the money you get from that might go specifically in your sinking fund labelled children. And that might be for the school holidays, it might be for their birthdays, it might be for their Christmas presents, it might be for school uniform. But you have got a specific target that you are going to take the money from where you have sold something and you're going to put it into your save it pot. So there is a really good challenge. And it's one of those quite easy, pain-free savings challenges. So if you sell it, you get the money that you've got from what you've sold and you save it. Savings challenge, we have done this too, and it's a really quite fun one, and it works quite well if you're somebody who deals with cash. So if you're somebody who has a cash envelope system, and we were in the past, it's how we used to manage our money in the past, and therefore we had pennies. In the UK we call them coppers. So we've got our penny challenges, and a penny challenge works like this. On the first day you save a penny, on the second day you save 2 pennies and 3 pennies and so on. Well, we may not work, and Mike and I do not work with pennies and cash anymore. We always use our debit card. But you could use your online banking to move that money. And I worked it out that it works out at £56, dollars or euros a month. And at the end of the year, you'll have I've written it down, $667, euros, pounds, 667. If you've never saved money before, if you've never accumulated amassed money, that's a lot of money. Let's not dismiss this here. It's a lot of money. That might pay for your boiler repair. That might pay for the washing machine replacement. That might completely pay for Christmas. Who knows? But it's a great savings challenge. So you can either put aside at $56, pounds, euros a month, or you can move those pennies each day. And it's also a good way of looking at your bank account every day and tracking that each day. So there it is, the penny challenge. If you've been watching us for quite a while, you'll know that I do this on a regular basis, and it is the Pantry challenge. It's a great one to do. Now, when you do the Pantry challenge, you need to do a very thorough stock check. Everything in the freezer, everything in the fridge, everything in the larder, the pantry, and also all of your toiletries, all of your cleaning products, all of your pet food, all of your laundry products. And you make sure that you use up all of them. Absolutely all of them. And I would say to anyone watching, come back and watch our Sunday weekly vlog, because you'll see me doing this very challenge on Sunday. But it's a really great way that you can almost halve your grocery budget. So ours is €75 a week. Now we could quite easily drastically reduce that. So I could reduce that by €20 a week, 30, even €40 a week. And then you take that amount of money that you didn't spend, and you take that and you put it in your specific savings pot. Now, a really good thing that we've used this pot to save for is that we've put that money aside and we've had a specific project. So it might be, for example, in the deepest, darkest past, when our very grown-up son and daughter were youngsters, it might be that's how we paid for their school uniform. It might be how we paid for their new winter coats or their new winter shoes. But it's ways that we have done it. And it is a way that we continue to save money now. So if I want to build up my savings pot, a really good way of doing that is the Pantry challenge. Make sure that you use up everything you've got. Of course, I'm not telling everybody to leave yourself with an empty food store if that doesn't suit you. But if it's something that you feel you can do, it's a really good way of releasing some money that you can put into savings. Challenge is a really great way to save money if you are a regular spender, if you're somebody who's going to be buying things. And this is a really good one as a year-long savings challenge, and it is the second-hand challenge. And it's quite simply this: if you are going to buy something, whether it's a new iPhone, like we use an iPhone, if it's a new piece of technology, if it's something for your home, a ladder that you might need to do some DIY, or a fridge freezer, or a sofa, look for it second hand first. Now, we know when we lived in the UK, often we would buy something, for example, our dining room table and chairs. The people had bought it, they never ever used it, they didn't like it, and they sold it. And we bought a dining room tables and chairs that we could see online was £750, and we bought it for 120. Huge savings. So if you imagine you've saved the money, or you are in the process of saving money anyway, can you buy it second hand? It is a superb challenge to do. It's not for everybody, I will say that. Some people just don't buy second hand, but it is a great alternative. We wouldn't even think twice. Mike and I were discussing this earlier. We're thinking about, what have we bought secondhand? All our technology. We've bought garden equipment. For example, we needed a ladder for painting the house, and so on. And we've saved ourselves an absolute fortune. And it frees up your discretionary spending. It frees up money that would have gone into that you can take that money and you can lock it into a fund. So it's partly the things that we've done like that in the past has meant we've been able to save for bigger projects. So it's quite a good one to do. It's quite a good one to do over a long term, the second hand challenge. Now, the next challenge is another great way that if you are somebody who shops with cash or has cash on your person, and we have done this in the past and it works brilliantly, it's the £1 challenge. Every so often, go through your wallet, go through your purse, take out your £1 coins or your €1 coins and stick them in a jar. Now, what we've done in the past is we've taken quite a large pickle jar. We've bought ourselves a little tube of super glue from the pound shop, and we've glued the top of it, so we've put it on, and then we've used the craft knife to make a hole big enough to put the coins in. Now, you could also put into that pot 50-cent pieces or 50-pence pieces and 20-cent pieces or 20-pence pieces. I think Americans call that nickels and dimes. So you can put in your coins. You could also just, a lovely old-fashioned word in the UK that we use for all your odds and ends of coins, we've got all your shrapnel. Go through your purse, get all your pennies and pots and coins and stick them in there. When that jar is full, just get another pickle jar, glue it shut, so seal it, duct tape as well. I mean, really wrap it up like Tutankhamun, really wrap it up so you are not tempted, nobody else in the household is tempted. The only way you're going to get that money out is to carefully break it. And I have a tip for breaking it. You put it in a tea towel or a towel, you take it outside and you give it a good tap with a hammer. The money all falls into the cloth then. And we've done that in the past where we've just kept filling it up, we've left it there. We've sometimes at the end of the year, we've had over £100 in coins. It's a great one. So there it is for you. You call it the £1 challenge, you can call it the 50p challenge, you can call it the nickels and dimes challenge, you can call it the loose change challenge. But it's a really, really easy one to do. Every time you've got some change, stick it in a pot, save it. Do not open it until the end of the year. And we've done that in the past, and it's a really good one to use for your big supermarket shop at Christmas time. It's a very good one to do. So there's the challenge for you, the £1 challenge. The next challenge I'm going to call the drop it challenge. Now you're thinking, so what do you want me to drop, Jane? Now let's have a think about the things that we could cut out of our budget if we needed to save. Now, we needed to save money on our grocery bill. We needed to keep under our budget because the cost of groceries were going up. We cut out all drinks. We cut out sparkling water, and I like sparkling water, but I cut it out. It's not killed me. We cut out the cordials. We used to like to have iced tea, and you make it here with a cordial. It's about €2 a bottle. We cut out lemon, we call it squash, it's a cordial. And again, that's about €2 a bottle. So that saved us instantly about €5 a month, or sometimes a fortnight. So let's think about that. You know, we're saving over the year about €100 by not buying those drinks. Now, things that you could cut out. If you go for a coffee and pick up a coffee every day going to work, I'm not suggesting you give it up every day, but what if you gave that up every other day and then you only bought 2 a week or 3 a week? Save the difference. We've recently thought to ourselves, we weren't getting our money's worth out of Netflix or Amazon Prime. We've dropped that. That money that we were previously spending is now going into our savings. So when we think to ourselves about the drop it challenge, is there something that you buy or do on a regular basis that you can drop it? Maybe not drop it every day, but you could drop it sometimes. You could drop it and only do it once a fortnight. Are there things that you do? An example would be you always go out and have a takeaway once a week. Could you drop it? Do it once a fortnight or only do it once a month? Will you always go to the movies every week? Could you drop it? Only go once a fortnight or once a month? You can see where I'm going with this. So the drop it challenge is you take something that you buy or do on a regular basis and you drop it and you save that money. So there you go, 7 savings challenges for 2022. I want you to share with me, are there any of those that you already do or you have done? If, for example, you've done the £1 challenge or the nickels and dime challenge, when you opened that jar, how much money did you have in there? Have you ever done a no spend challenge? Have you ever done the secondhand challenge? Go on, let us know. We love this sharing money saving community that we've got here. If you're new here and you haven't already subscribed, make sure that you do. If you're not new here and you watch regularly and you haven't already subscribed, go on, make sure that you do. It helps our channel grow and you don't miss our videos. It just leaves me to say thank you so much to everybody for watching. Thank you to everybody who gives it a like. On behalf of Mike and I, we'll see you again next time. Goodbye for now.